So another issue that we were supposed actually to have him today in studio, but I understand he's been taken away to safe custody for security reasons. He says the blogger Mutai.
Which Mutai?
Mutai.
I have not been following, sorry.
Oh, you have not? There's a blogger who was arrested.
In Mombasa?
In Mombasa, yes, that one, and later released. And of course, some of the charges there, it was widely believed that some of them was because of the posts he'd put up on his blogs and on Twitter, alleging corruption in Isiolo County, linking the First family as well to poaching and all. And the question now of dissenting voices being seen to be clamped on has come to fore, and the laws that govern this, that look into this as well, as some saying perhaps are not very stringent and not very clear. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think there will be need first to be able to prosecute certain matters to conclusion, so that we can establish jurisprudence as to what is the extent to which such social media postings infringe on the law, and the court will be able to balance between the free speech and committing an offense. That has not happened in Kenya because of very few of those cases have gone to trial. I know the office of the DPP is in their final stages of drafting a law to take to Parliament on that area. But I think it's a question of the prosecution looking at what words were used and determining whether in their view that would be free speech, or it is part of the freedom of expression, or it is committing an offense. So why we are in this kind of a scenario is because we've not seen those cases prosecuted to conclusion, where the test as to whether that amounts to an offense or is protected under the Constitution is tested.
Okay.
Yes.
As a LSK chair, because some of the concerns, there was a Free Mutai hashtag that was running after on social media after he was arrested. Those that have felt that it's a all-out, effort to clamp down on this dissent by the government, because on the case of Wadi, it was allegations that, he was touching on the character of the president. Even for this particular one, Mutai, it was said some of his posts linking the First family to poaching, the Isiolo County government and all that. And that now county governments, because they were the complainants, being seen to be borrowing a leaf from the national government, that they are seen not to allow these voices of dissent. If they seem not to agree or not towing the line, then, you want to get them off the scene, or at least discipline them, if you like. Do you get that sense from the Law Society of Kenya's point of view, that there is that effort from government?
Well, what I can say is that the government ought to be cautious when it is following up to prosecute persons who express themselves on social media. That there's no doubt about it, because it's a healthy debate. It helps in checking any excesses of power by either the national or the county government. There's no doubt about that. But at the same time, there is need to also send messages to persons who are hell-bent on probably using that platform to commit offenses, or using that platform for purposes of abusing others. So, as I say, is a delicate balance. But since under the Constitution...
And who decides how you balance it out? Because I think that's where the problem comes, because when it appears to be there is no law perhaps that's clear, because the law should in essence be doing the balancing, not then the police, not the government, not the accused or the accusers, because then each could be biased.
As I said, the balancing ought to be done through a court determination.
Okay.
It is only courts of law which are authorized under the Constitution.
But are those courts of laws, do they have sufficient laws to work with? Because they'll only work with the laws they have.
The law is not...
so the law is not a problem
It's
in
not
your view.
clear as such.
Okay.
But the courts can be able to use the Constitution to interpret whether or not that action is protected under the Constitution.